Y'all know what time it is. Classic Tabletop RPG Friday. You know what's up. And this is the place where we're getting right back into our Classic Traveler RPG series. Thank you guys for coming through once again. And hey, if you just clicked on this and you was like, who's this? Who am I? My name's Servant of Shiloh, and this place that you have stumbled upon, dear viewer, is RPG Elite. And this is the place where I focus on putting the RP back into RPG, and how I do this is by giving you tutorials and tips and tools and real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture, going where no man has gone before when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right, today we're getting into something that I think is fun. Now, I personally think it's fun, but some people may not think it's fun. I talk about this in the beginning of this video. I think it's fun. We're talking about ship design, folks. Designing your starship for your traveler campaign. So we're gonna get into that. First, got a little product highlight, y'all, because it's been a while and I gotta make a little money, a couple cents over here, over there, not me. And also, hey, if you are liking the videos, liking the series, and you were back in the day, it was like, you know, I heard about Traveler, never got into it, never got a chance to play, or you're just now hearing about it and it sounds interesting, down in the description below, there are links for you to go to if you want the hardcover or the soft cover, because it's still around, folks. Classic Traveler is still here, and you can still have loads of fun, as you will find out as we go through this series. On the other side of the product highlight, got the main video, and on the other side of that, I got the question of the vid plus a couple other things. So let's do this like Brutus, because you always knew this, y'all, and roll them. Hey everyone, our product highlight today is the Master's Tome GM screen from Strategem. You can organize your campaign with this fully agnostic, customizable GM screen. It's compatible with any tabletop role-playing game and is a GM essential. It will give you 8 convenient pockets to use. It fits 8.5 by 11 paper, so you can go to any copy store, print your notes, your tables, your lore, your art, and you can just slide them right in. The notes and tables are going to be for you as the GM, and that will go on the inside, while the other stuff like your art or your lore or anything else, miscellaneous stuff, your players can see, because it also has 4 more on the outside. Now, it automatically comes with these little art pieces here with the little gem looking thing right there that comes with it. But another thing that you can do with this GM screen is you can take notes directly on the vinyl if you need to. It has templates that it automatically comes with. You simply wipe it away. Comes with a marker, comes with an eraser that's on that marker. The thing you got to be careful of is just make sure you don't leave that stuff on overnight or leave it on until the next session, God forbid, because it'll be a little hard getting that stuff off. So just make sure you just wipe it off when you don't need it anymore, and preferably before your session ends. Now, it stands 11.5 inches tall. It's over 3 feet wide, and then it folds down to just a 1/2 inch thick. So it is very, very portable, very sturdy. Also, it's made of some really sturdy cardboard, so you can travel with this thing just about anywhere. Got a couple things to keep in mind though if you're gonna grab one of these. Now, the first thing you gotta keep in mind is that when you open and close this thing, it's made of a hard vinyl. So since it's made of a hard vinyl, you have to be careful about the creases here. Let me show you a little bit of what's happened with mine. In the middle, I don't know if you guys can see that in the middle right there, how it's torn away, right? All right. That was because the brother was folding and closing that thing way too fast. Just, you know, closing up. Okay, so if you open and close it slowly, then this thing will last for a very long time. And even with my boo-boo on it, right? I've had this thing since 2018 and it is still good to go. And technically, you can kind of repair that with your little home repair. You know how you do. You get some tape and you put it on there and you'll be good to go. So if you get some strong tape and you put it on there, since it's hard vinyl, man, this thing is going to last for a while. Now, the second thing you got to be careful of is when you put your inserts in. Right here, I don't know if you can see this, but right here, you see this lip of the plastic where your insert goes in between the vinyl and the plastic. Don't pull that out too far. If you pull it out too far, these edges right here, they're just glued on. So what's gonna happen is if you pull it out too far, guess what? It's going to break. So just make sure that you just get enough room in there for the insert and it slides in very easily. Now, I haven't had any problems with that. All of mine are still connected and good to go on there. So this was a dream for me. And believe it or not, the price is still the same when I bought it. Like I said, I bought this one in 2018 and this is still good to go. Use it for my virtual tabletops. I just have it right next to me on my desk. It's all, I just unfold it, have all my charts and tables right there. All I have to do is look to the side real quick and then look back to my screen. A lot faster than having all that information and trying to click on stuff inside your virtual tabletop. So what you have to do if you are in the market for one of these, go ahead. I have a link in the description below, my little affiliate link, y'all. Click on that down below and you can go and grab yours over on Amazon right now. You'll thank me later.
One of the coolest aspects of Classic Traveler is the ship design process. This may be one of those mechanics players have a love-hate relationship with. Now, the hate part is because of how involved it is. Hey, some people don't like to get that granular. They just want to get on with the adventures as soon as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that. For those in that camp, there is a quick way to do complete ship design by working off of a standard plan and then just going from there. Or you can just buy a used ship for a discounted price. Of course, a down payment is still needed. You ain't getting off that easy. On the other hand, ship design is a way to get a player really invested in a campaign. A player is free to custom design their own ship from the ground up, or they can make modifications to a ship they already own. This is the love part. Of course, all of this will take time and effort by the player and the referee working together. So if it hasn't been apparent so far, this is not a mechanic you want to implement if you're just going to do a one-shot or play a couple of times. This is for those who plan to be in it for a minute or a long haul, baby. You can even do this solo to have on the back burner if something else was to come along in the future. The ship design system is meant for those who really want to add their creativity to a campaign. By itself, it's sort of a mini game. It's not something you do during a session. It happens in the background while the PCs go on missions, or when players are at home and they have some free time on their hands to go ahead and design their own ship. It's a big deal to acquire a spacecraft, especially one a player has custom designed. Therefore, it should be a big deal when they acquire it in the game. So set this up as a special occasion. Spend some time on the reveal. Make it equal to the effort that they put into it. It really adds to a sense of accomplishment for the player before the ship gets blown up in space combat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, kinda, sorta. This is where having a tool like Chronos Builder will come into play nicely. We will use it during the ship design process so you can see the possibilities we have now, which we didn't have when the game first came out. For this part of the series, we will build a complete custom ship from the ground up, going through all of the steps. By the end, you will be equipped with the knowledge to create the ship you have lurking in your brain. When talking about specific types of space vehicles, certain definitions are used to understand the difference between them. A vessel is a generic term for any interplanetary or interstellar vehicle. Everything we will be talking about in this part of the series is a vessel. A ship is any vessel that is 100 tons or more. The two ships we saw in our examples in the previous videos from Mr. LeBeau and Mr. Saab, they are both ships. A starship is a vessel that can go on interstellar voyages with the use of jump drives. The USS Enterprise would be a starship, Technically, it would be all three of what I just mentioned. A non-starship is a ship that does not have jump drive capability. They may be able to perform interplanetary travel, so travel to different worlds orbiting the same star, but this takes a long time. Sometimes it's just as long as being in jump for interstellar travel, maybe sometimes even longer. Small craft do not have jump drives and are under 100 tons. Spacecraft are built at naval shipyards located at starports. The military, corporations, and private citizens all get their ships built at these shipyards. The starport class determines what type of ship can be built there. Now, there are only two classes of starports which can build vessels. Class A starports, which can build any kind of vessel, and a Class B starport, which can build ships that do not have jump drive, meaning they can't build starships. The first step in spacecraft design is to find a company to design it. Now, in-game, this is a foregone conclusion since the player is actually designing it. It takes about a month and costs 1% of the final construction cost of the ship. So that means you're going to have to go ahead and design it and then get the design cost after you've gone ahead and done that. Now, if you want a rush job, this is increased by 0.5%. Once the design is finished, construction begins immediately once the financing has been secured. Yeah, that pesky money. People want it. As mentioned earlier, if a player doesn't want to design a spacecraft from the ground up, but simply wants a ship designed from well-known spacecraft throughout the galaxy, they can buy these designs for about 100 credits. These ships are listed in the core book. The advantage to designing a standard ship is they're 10% cheaper. When you're dealing with millions of credits, this can add up to a substantial discount. Standard design used vehicles can be acquired 10 to 40% cheaper. The thing that takes the most time to build on a spacecraft is the hull, so build time is determined by its size. This is reflected on the requisite tables in months. It also has decreased build times. This is only if it is a standard hull size. Custom jobs have their prices and build times adjusted accordingly. Just like in the real world, shipyards will want some kind of down payment. Now, generally, this is 20%. There also will be a request for proof of proper financing for the balance. So in other words, you better come with papers because you're not getting anything built if you don't have them.
Starship design for this series is going to be very fun. I've already started my design and what I want it to look like and things like that. And I've got a rough draft right now. It's not the full details, but next week we'll get into step by step as far as the things that I'm looking into to build my totally custom. It's totally custom all the way around. So if you have something that's a little bit off the beaten trail, like I'm about to create, we'll go through and you'll be able to figure out how to make it all work in the Traveler system. Hey, if you got some value out of this video, or if it was entertaining or anything at all, you just thought it was, yeah, it's all right, it's cool. Hey, can you do a brother a solid? Just a little bit. Could you please, what am I gonna say? Could you tap the like button? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. You don't have to crush the like button, y'all. Also, if you want to stick around, because hey, it is pretty cool and he's covering things that I never thought would be covered, or in a way that they're not covered. Hey, then go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. The question of the vid today is this. So we've got a couple different ways here that we can go, right? We can go totally custom. We could just go standard and just get that and just go on about our business. Oh, we can go and do kind of a hybrid, right? We can maybe get a used vehicle or something and then modify to taste. Which one is the way that you like the best? Which would be the route that you could go, or you would want to go if you would want to own your own starship? I mean, some people don't want to own their own starship. They don't want the hassle, but some people are like, yeah, I want my own starship. I can make a little Skrilla, I just like it. So let me know down in the comments below, which one would you go? Or if there's one that I missed, well then, come on now, come on. Get busy. Let's get the engagement going, y'all. All right, I think that's it. I do. I think that's it. So you know what that means. Time for a brother to do his snaggle-puss.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, if you've got a game this weekend, then happy gaming, y'all. I hope it is an RPG Elite session. I know I have tryouts for the Traveler mini adventure that comes at the end of this series. Oh yeah, we ain't messing around, y'all. Not me. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this like Brutus. So I'm gonna have me some fun doing that. You should go and have your fun doing whatever game that you're gonna be playing. And until next time, God willing, here are a couple videos right here. Go ahead and look at them. And any other videos, just kind of give a brother some love here. You know, go through it, because I got a lot. Got lots of videos, y'all. Till next time, peace! 5,000 elites, yep! You know what time it is. I am outie.